Evelyn again, back with another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how I make a flower, a yo-yo, and a bow out of tutu. This material. And this, I don't know if she sells this again, but there was a lady, I think Becca Bick, something like that, but she used to sell her bow maker. I don't know if she still does. If I find her link, I'll put the link, on the description box. But this is called the Bicker Peg Bow Maker. Okay, and it's very easy. This didn't go here. I lost the stick from here, so I had to find something just to hold it to keep it in balance. But this is how it looks, and it's easy. It's fun to use. It's not big. I invested another. I call it the toys. Every time I watch somebody's YouTube, I just get in trouble because I like what they show. This bow maker, I saw it in this wonderful lady. She does beautiful wreaths. She goes by Carmen Karina. You guys, I will put her link down. She does the most beautiful wreaths. Gorgeous. But anyway, she introduced me this beautiful. I can't carry it. It's heavy. I just bought it. So it's still in the box. But it's called the Bow Pro. It's the Make a Bow Like It Pro. I'm serious. And it's, oh my God, amazing. And I don't do wreaths. The reason why I bought this, because I do love making bows, like big bows, especially for Christmas. I like to see them all over the house. So that's the purpose of me buying that. And that's another video I will share with you guys. But now I'm going to show you these really cute flowers that's made out of tutu. Now this one here is the white one. This one came out really, really puffy. So if this is something that I'm going to use, it's probably it's going to be something big because it's made for something big because it's very puffy. That's one. Then I made this one here. It looks a little sloppy because it was squashed along with the other flowers I had. This is how long I have these from. So that's the same technique, same flower. It's just I'm showing you different colors. This is a light pink one. And this is the same thing, a flower, which I'll show. Now this is the yo-yo technique for the tutu out of there. And then I don't have the bow, but what I'm going to do is I'll show you when I make and how I make this, okay? Now I may not have the centerpiece to put in the middle, but I just wanted to share how to make these, what you see what I have here. So what I do is I'm going to start with this color, and this is like a lavender. It's tulip, Lionel 25. It's color iris. I guess that's what they call this color. But it's like a lighter color. You won't see, it won't show on the video. I'm positive about that. And I'm sorry that sometimes when I put words out there, like I said, I'm taping this out of a camcorder. It's a video. Just a regular video camera, not a camera or a cell phone where you can focus or it tries to focus. So that's the reason why I don't know. I'm going to invest me one of those cameras that you can do, it could work like that. But anyway. Right now, I'm going to show you how I make the yo-yo. I'm going to do the yo-yo flowers first. So I'm going to use this color. And how I do it is I take my arm. I grab from my hands to my shoulder. I consider that a 1 yard. Okay, stop there. Then I'm going to go again, 2 yard. And I think that's what I use for that one. If you want it more puffy, I'm going to do another one. So that's this part right here. I'll probably do 2.5, which is going to cut my elbow. You hear me cut my elbow, which is going to reach my elbow. That would be the half. Okay, so I'm going to cut this piece. So right now I'm working 2.5 yard of tutu to make that one yo-yo. Yo. And now these holes are for depending how big you want your flowers. This one I made it on this size, so it's 1, 2. well, it's 4 holes, so I left 2 in the middle, and the other 2 in the sides where the stick is at, for this size. And this size is 3 inches. Okay? So what I do is, I hope, let me see if you got this here. Push this back. I don't know, should I come closer? Let me see if I get a little closer, because that, I think that's good enough. Because every time I go closer, then I have to move. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I took the long piece. You know what, let me go this way, I'm sorry. On my right hand side, I'm going to shorten it. I'm going to have the short one, and I got the long one. The longer piece is where I'm going to go back and forth. So I'm going to go, did I do it this way or I did it the other way? You know what? I did it the other way. I'm sorry. On my left hand side is where I'm going to shorten the tutu. And then on my right side is the long piece. So I'm going to hold on to my short one, and depending how long you want this, I'm probably going to go like, I say maybe like 4 or 5 inches, or maybe less. I don't know. It's eyeball. That's what I do. So I'm going around, but I'm gonna go across this pole. I'm gonna go behind here, go around, cross over so I can go behind this second one, come back, go over to the second one, come back, go behind the second one, come back this way, go behind the second one, right? Is it the second or the first one? But it's going zigzag. You're going back, forward, back, like that. That's how I'm doing it. Until, I mean, that's how I did it. There's other method that you can do also that I had tried, but I kind of like the way this looks. And for the other ones, I'll show you what I did. Okay, so when I got to this, when I got right here, so now it leaves me with 2 strings. So I have one here, one here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross over and make like the, I would say, okay, I'm going to cross, make one up and one down. The one in the bottom, I'm going to tuck underneath, all the way in the bottom, and come in back. And the one that I had on the top, I'm going to cross over so it can connect to the one in the bottom. So I'm going to make like a tie knot. And then I'm going to squeeze it and make it nice and tight. I usually do 2 knots. Okay. Now this is where you could keep, if you wanted a bow, this is the, you can make a bow out of this, and this is how it's going to look. I don't know, let me just move this so you can see what it looks like. That would be a bow. If you wanted to have, if you wanted to make a bow out of tutu, this is the pretty way to do it. Now, but since I'm not going to do this as a bow, I want to make this as a yo-yo. So what I do is, I'll cut this last. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to just separate, just pulling each petal, just separating each other so it can close out. I'm just stretching it out. I'm pulling what's underneath. If I do it this way, yeah, you see how it looks now? Now, if I would have continued making my, say if I did like 4 yarn, it would be much thicker than this yo-yo here. Okay, so that's how I make my yo-yo. And then what I do is I cut this piece because you don't need it. Unless, I mean, you can if you want to, because you can have it, string down to it if you wish so, but I don't. I cut it, and then I have my yo-yo tutu. And it looks so pretty. I haven't found the centerpiece what I want for it, but I'm just going to give you an example. This is what it will look like. Look how pretty. and it's light. It's not heavy. So I said it depends how many yard you do. If you do like two, if you do 1 yard, you can make a really tiny one. It depends on your preference, you know, how you want it like that. All right, so that's that's the yo-yo. Now I'm going to show you how I make the flower puff. I'm going to call that the tutu puff. All right, so what color I'm going to do that one with? You know what? Let me do the yellow. I'll do the yellow. Okay. Now I show you how the bowl looks like. This is going to be a fast video. I show you how the bowl looks like, and then I turn that bowl into a yo-yo. So you have 2 ways of doing it. Now to make the puffy, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my yarn, and I'm going to do this. I don't know. It depends on how many. Let me see. 1, 2. I'm probably going to do 3. It's going to probably be a big one. So I'm doing 3 yards. Put this to the side. Now, do I want it? Do I want this side? Since I made it so long, I probably should do it that side. But if you wanted it smaller, just make sure that your tutu is shorter than it is. Because if you use it, it's going to be like this. It's going to be really, really puffy if you were to shrink it down, one stick down together. So I'm going to keep it to this length. And let me see how far apart these 2 sticks is. 3 inches. Yeah, 3 inches. So it really depends what you're looking for. But I'm going to keep it like this just to show you. Now you can, some people, I mean, if I were to, I mean, that back zigzag thing, you can even do this. I'm just going around it. That's it. I'm just going around. If you don't want to do the zigzag, you could go around it. Or you can do this way and this way and this way. Let me show you. This is 2 ways. You can do it this way. The way I was doing it before. Back and forth. Go forward, going back and forth. But we already saw how that looks. So I'm sorry. I'm just going to show you again. I'm going to leave the tail out because I need the tail. So I'm just going to continue going around the stick and see how that looks. I haven't made it for a long time, but it should work. And I'm stretching it very, very little, because if you stretch it, I mean, well, the stick is not going to go anywhere, but you want to get a nice, not too tight, but, you know, enough. All right, if I do one more, I'm not going to have enough to tie it. So I'm going to keep it this way. So remember that method. I'm going to cross over, make it like an X. No, not an X. X is the other way. I'm trying to describe. Okay, I'm going to cross over the left, the right to my left and the left to my right. Okay, and then the one on my right, I'm going to tuck under, grab it from here, and the one on my left, I'm going to go over. And then I'm going to make a knot, the same method that I did to the first one. She has a tutorial on how she makes it, and I'm telling you, she makes it beautiful, but I find it like, anyway, watch. Now you remember, I went around and around and around. I didn't do the zigzag. Now if you wanted to even that out, I shouldn't have tightened this up, because it's easy. You can move it. See, you can move it around. If you find that it's not in the center, before you make the second knot, just make sure you just move the middle part. It does move. Okay, so I'm going to make a second knot. Okay, so again, I have my bow. Let me see so you can show how the yellow one looks. Right? Such a pretty bow, right? Okay. Now, since I didn't have this blend long, I want to even out with the other one. So what I do here is, instead of stretching it, well, I'm going to stretch it maybe just a little bit, because I don't want to miss anything. I'm going to stretch it out just a little bit, just enough, right? So make sure you hold your tail. I usually keep my hands, I put the tail between my 2 fingers, and then I hold on to this. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to try to find the hole in the middle. And it's a little tricky. See what I'm doing? I'm just cutting. It's really hard. As I said, if you stretch it out more, then it's easy to see, but then you don't want it to stretch too much because you want it to be full. But it's okay because, you know, you can always go back where you don't cut and then come back and cut it. If you see a part that you didn't cut, you can always go back to it. All right, so that's my other side. Now I'm going to turn it over and do the same thing on the other side. Boy. Okay. And then all you do is smush it. You know, just separate it. Okay. I usually don't like a towel. If you want to do a towel with this, I mean, you can keep the towel and just have it like flat down. Now, I did this, what, 3 yards? And it feels like the one that I made is very puffy, so I won't do 3 yards. I'll probably do 1.5 or maybe 2. I could try it again to show you how it looks. I could do that again. I'll do one more and making it shorter so you can see. I do have a small one here. See? This is a small fluffy one, so it really depends, you know, how you want it. But this is another way. Let me see how the black one looks. Oh, hold on. Let me push this here. See, it's very puffy. So you said you got to play with it. I usually keep a book overnight so it could be nice and flat. Because when you first make it, it's nice and fresh. But if you have it, like, you know, for a while and flatten it down, it will flatten it. That'll look nice. How about this? And then you can put your centerpiece, and look how pretty that looks. So that was an easy one. That's what I do with the tutu, if I were to make a flower. And the reason why I have so many tutu, there's a tutu frame that I made out of a picture frame. I don't know if anybody guys here, you would go to those malls and you see the picture frame with the hanger and the tutu. Well, I make those, and I had, what was it, 2 years ago? I had like 7 people that had placed an order with me. I did pretty good with that, and I'll probably do a tutorial. I did show it in my blog. Matter of fact, it's on my YouTube channel. I had videotaped it. If you go back and find it, you see what I'm talking about. But I haven't done a tutorial, which I will do. But I'm still with this flower thing here that I want to complete. So I accomplished my yo-yo, what I did, that flower technique using my toy. I show you the tutu flower, 3 ways that you can use, you know, you can make it flower, yo-yo, and a bow out of this pretty machine. I mean, if you, not machine, this wooden Beck bow maker, if you don't have that, some people use their hands, and you can go with your hands around. Now, and if you want to do the zigzag, you probably can go this way and this way, you know, going like, you know, separate, like you got 2 fingers and 2 fingers here, and then go back and forth. You could do it that way. I saw people that do it that way, and that's about it. All right, so this is it. My next one, like I said, I'm going to try to get to the fabric flowers, because I also want to show you the paper flowers. Then I have other stuff that I want to share. I wish I could do everything at the same time, but it's impossible. I don't know when I'm going to come back and do the flower technique. If I feel up to it, maybe tomorrow, I'll do the fabric one. And that's, oh, and also I want to show some people on YouTube how to make, let me show you guys. Maybe if I show you what I'm talking about. This bag is full of molds. Well, not these. These are molds that I made. And I was in a channel, live channel with May Larson. She makes live videos. Beautiful, talented ladies in there, guys. I'll try to remember to put the link down. They do a lot of live videos, and she was doing what she had used embossing powder and making beautiful molds out of the one she had. She had made one that looked like a J. Oh my God, it was very, very pretty. So I was trying to explain to her that I do my my molds myself, and how I walk around with these two in charge, which I don't, it's probably in a drawer somewhere. When I'm about to do that technique, I'll take it out. But it's a part A, part B, and it has two different colors, and it's a 5-minute mold. That means giving you 5 minutes to work on it. So this is, I can't tell you. Where's my images? I had it somewhere around here. Hold on. Is it this one? I just had it. I can show you what. Okay, couldn't go that far because I had it so close to me. Okay, it's not meant for me to show it to you guys. I don't want you to see me. I'm in my pajamas, but I can't find it. But anyway, when I get to the mold, I'll show you how it looks. Oh my goodness, this is crazy when you're looking for something and it was right off. Well, these ones I made yesterday, and I made it out of, let me see if I can show you. It's going to be hard for you guys to see this. Let me show you. I made it with these I love faces. My goodness, I wish I had the ones that I already made. Watch, when I hang up with you guys, I'll find it. I'll find it. I'll find it. But it looks like this. I can't show you. You can't see it because they made it out of glue sticks. And then once you paint it, which I wish I can find. You know what? I'm going to pause you because I hate standing here looking for something. Let me find it because I need to show you this. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I found it. It was on the floor, of course. These are all made out of glue stick. This one is not. This one is made out of glue. I'm going to show it to you. I just want to pull out. This is made out of glue stick, and this is the original. This is made out of glue stick. Here's the anti-shoes, faces. I love faces. Buttons. I'll bring it right close to you guys. Just trying to get the ones that I had already painted. And I have much more. Okay. Now you see this here? I had a clear one, like I said, around here. Oh, here we go. Now, you see this here? This is the clear one that I made out of a glue stick. Then I went and I painted, but I used Jetso. And then I used, I started brushing it with what do you call this here? There's a name for this. Metallic rub-on. I know you guys know about this. I love this stuff. I love it. I bought this in a convention. I'm not sure if they sell them in any craft store, but I haven't seen them. But I brushed it with this, and then I shellacked it. I used a shine. So I made that out of it. Look at the face. Look at the the vintage antique shoes. Now, these are, remember I told you guys that I walk around, and like I said, the container is not so big, but it's a part A, part 2, and I usually take that and put it in my pouch. I'm serious. When I go to an event, and this is only family, you'll get a kick out of this, and if there's a chain that I like, if the girl's wearing a necklace, and I like that image, I actually said, please, can I just borrow this for a second? My cousins and sisters think I'm crazy. And I mix it because it's a 5-minute mold thing, and then I just press on to whatever. Like this anti-shoes, my girlfriend from Florida, she had was it a necklace or, I'm sorry, it was a brooch, it was a pin. And I said, I need that. So I have a mold for this. I can make thousands of them if I wanted to, but this is made out of glue stick. This is a clock that she had also as a pin. Was it a pin? I'm not sure. It's been sold for a long time, but also made out of glue stick. This is here was this is from Florida. When she was in Florida, She also had to pin something with the woman. She's like bare naked from the back. And I had her new somewhere before I paint her. But oh, there's one here and one here. So I have these two. What else I make up? The faces. Oh, here we go. This is the glue stick. You can tell. Look at the back of it. And this is the original. This is the original of that mold. I made a mold out of the original, and I tried to duplicate it by painting it, and it looked exactly alike. No kidding. So yes, glue stick is a fun and easy and cheap way to go. I'm sorry. I mean, they may be certain things that I'll use clay. Trust me, I like it. But for me, I prefer to go cheaper if I can save. I mean, if I'm making something special, don't get me wrong. I'm not gonna be that greedy. But these are this right here, this mold. I just made it about 2 days ago out of this. Is it this one? Hold on, I'm sorry. Oh, I think it was this one. Do you see this here? It was one of, matter of fact, it's no. I thought I had it. Let me see. I just made it the day before yesterday. I'm not going cuckoo, but it's a embellishing French that I had gotten. I can't find it, but of course when I hang up with the, I'll probably find it then. But let me see. No. But anyway, it was something like this, and I pressed it down so I'll have a little flower to make with. So all I do, and I can show you right now, all I do is take the glue. Oh, you what? No, I'm not. You're not seeing this. And I'm just putting it right on the, making sure that I got everything covered. Okay. Now it does take time. It does take time to dry. At the end of the video, I'll show you how that looks. It does take time. You just can't take it off because remember you're using lots of glue. So it takes, I say, about 5 minutes. It should be okay. And then I just pop that out. Use my gesso, and then any color follows like that. Because gesso is something that grabs the paint and makes the paint look even nicer. So that's about it. That I just wanted to share. But hopefully this tutorial here will be another video. I know I went ahead of myself. Just wanted to give you an example. And I hope you enjoy this. Once again, have a blessing and a good night.